Zenkaikon! Welcome to Vtubing on a budget. I think this is the second year we're doing this panel. And I think it's longer this year. I think last year was only like 60 minutes. This year is 90 minutes. So you have to all listen to me talk for 90 minutes. But we're going to get started here by opening up our website. Okay. So let me move that over there. So we're going to start with some very basic things. So you want to be a VTuber, but you don't want to spend a ridiculous amount of money, which is fine because you shouldn't. If anyone tells you you need to drop anything on a model, they're lying. Do not be one of those people that drop, say, $1,000 on becoming a VTuber, because I promise you, it's not the lucrative business that they tell you it is. So we're going to start with doing this for free. So what are we going to do? We are going to go to Steam. That's right, Steam. And let me just get over to what I want to show us. So, let's see. Yep. I didn't want to open it. Not yet, anyway. Alright, so this is... That's in the way. Boop. That's gotta go. Okay. This is Vroid Studio. It is a free program that you can download. I've spent a lot of time in it, 9 hours. But this will allow you to create your model. And it is completely free. They're constantly still updating it. Now, when you search for Vroid Studio, no, not that. Don't buy that game. It was crappy. You will see this also come up, which is also free. And I've played around with this. It's not great. You can download it. But this is more if you want to make your own clothing, and there are better programmings like Paint and other art programs, especially if you have a drawing tablet. So this will come up. This is not what you're looking for. You are looking for this. And it comes up and looks like this. And it's a really good program. So we're going to go look at this program now. So we're going to open up Vroid Studio. And we're going to come over here. Maybe. Yeah, it's loading. There it goes. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Back to model selection. Okay. So as you see, I've made a lot of models. Mostly I get bored on a weekend and I'm like, oh, there's a holiday coming up. New model. Oh, I'm tired of my old model. New model. So these are all models I have. Those ones are broken right now. I have to go back and fix them. Unfortunately, the person whose assets I was using deleted them. But you'll also see they have a ton of sample models for you to start out with. Aren't they all adorable? I really like her. She's cute. But yeah, if you want to just immediately jump right into it, don't want to build your own thing, here you go. This is you got stuff that you can use. But we're not going to do that. We're going to take a look at building our own. So, we're going to create new. You get to choose masculine body type, femme body type. Don't matter which, because we're going to mess with it a lot. And here you have your character. Isn't it adorable? It's plain, boring, nothing. But as I said, we're going to mess with a lot of things. So the body type you pick don't matter all that much. Because there is a lot on this side that you can mess with. Like, look, you can even have vampire teeth. But yeah, so there's a lot of presets too. So you can either do over here on the right, you'll see individual customizers. On the left, you have presets. So for the sake of time, we're going to look at presets. Oh, that's a new preset, I think. Oh, wait, no, that's the same preset I think I used last year. I love this preset. I do love this preset, though. But we're going to look at some of the other ones. So, like, there is just a ton of presets. But you can just choose your face shape. And these are face sets, but we're going to go into more detail than that. See, here we have eyes. All the pretty eyes. Oh, that one's really pretty. I like that one. And then over here, you have a whole bunch of things that you can do to mess with the eyes. Just make your eyes more feminine, more masculine. That's why I said your initial body type does not matter. Then we have the irises. So you can choose everything. Like, you can have absolutely no iris. Or, if you really want to be special, you can have custom irises. So this is a custom set that I have downloaded, and we're going to look at where you can get downloads for free. But then you can have custom eye highlights. Yeah, that one's cool. All the different eye highlights. I don't think I have a custom... Yeah, I don't have a custom eye highlight. And just your standard anime eye highlight. There we go. We're gonna rock the galaxy look this year. I think last year we did like cyber whatever. Yeah, you can choose, like, you can change the color. So, like, let's say you want it a full-on demon look, which you could do. You could totally do. There you go. See how much those eyes pop now and how it just fades into the makeup? I love it. Okay, mess with your eyebrows. There's a ton of things in the eyebrows you can do. Angry look. We can also change this color. So, like, let's say we want to match this color here. There you go. It's matched. Eyelids. You have different eyelids. And all this you can get custom content for. I just don't have custom content. There we go. So I have custom content for this. What are the difference between these two? I think I just downloaded this twice. But yeah, so but you have a ton of different eyelashes you can choose. You can mess with the sizes on the right. My clown one. See, there we go. We're already starting to get a look going. Then the different noses. You can't really see the character's noses all that much, but I mean, from the side profile you can. This one you kind of can. You can see the little bump there. Most of my characters you can't actually see my nose. I don't think you can see my nose on my current character that I have running. Okay, we can choose the mouth, which is a mouth. Yeah, you can choose the inside of the mouth. Mouth outside. I have a custom texture for this one too. That doesn't seem to be wanting to load, so we'll just do that. Lips. And then you can absolutely give yourself any type of lip you want. Let's give ourselves a nice dark red lip to match that eyeliner we got going on. That's your cheeks. You can do a whole bunch of stuff with that. And then your skin tone. I have full-on doll skin tone. See how it has the lines? But you can choose a regular skin tone. And if you really want a regular skin tone, you can choose light color, dark color, normal color. So like the undertones, the upper tones. You can really get down to customizing your skin tone to match you. But we're going to be a doll. Because that's what we're making. We're making a doll to play with. You can have different face paints. Yeah. Here we go. Oh, now you can see the nose. See? There you go. You can see the nose when I put the clown makeup on. I also have this one. But I think I like this one best for the look we're going with. But yeah. Different face paints. You can even do the nervous, sick anime look. And then you can edit your expressions. I don't play with this too much because I do a lot of talking. And that's just how it is. Moving on to hair. So, there is a ton of presets that you can choose from. You can go with like this nice wolf style. Pigtails. You can also edit each individual part. So, like, I have... Nope. Nope. I know I have them. That's not what I want. Do I not have? Let me take that off. And then... there it goes. So right now I just have like a basic all-around encompassing front do on. But you can get more in-depth. So like this one, if I went with the blonde here, you see how that is. And then we would add on the back, which would look something like this. And this is more custom content that you can download. A lot of custom content's for free, but you can choose your overall look all the way around. Extensions, side, that little anime thing that they got hanging off the top, extras like curls and stuff. So yeah, that's where we're at. I think we're gonna leave that hair because it matches. We got red. Moving on to the body. So remember how I said choosing your body type in the beginning didn't matter? This is why. You can mess with the body even more. So this will tell you how tall your character is sitting. It is done in centimeters. But you can still mess with everything. So on this side, you can see, mess with it all. You can mess with your finger size, hand size. Every single part is adjustable. You can also turn off your model's height. I personally keep it on because it helps give me a good frame of how tall the model may sit when it's in camera. And you can also play with the skin tone. I have a custom texture for my skin tone, and we're going to throw that on right now. Just give us that creepy doll look. Look at the doll vibe. So cute. It's so cute. But yeah, you can do a lot with this. And then we go into outfits, which is what most people want. Everybody's like, oh, my model has to have a specific outfit. Okay, well, there's a ton of preset outfits that you can choose from. Like, just so many. Yeah, see? Creepy doll. You can put her in a Skullgirl outfit. You can also mix and match. You got all the individual tops, bottoms, dresses, neckwear. So, give her a cute little tie. Arm accessories. So, throw some gloves on her. Take the gloves off. The underwear, you can even customize your underwear, customize your socks, customize your shoes. But let's go with is it not under here? Maybe under this one. Yeah, here it is. So, come on. Load the custom outfit. So this is one of my custom outfits that I have. It is more the clown makeup. It encompasses the whole dress, the sleeves, the neck, the gloves. So it is a pretty inclusive dress. We also have, I think, this one. If it's going to behave itself. No? Yes? Maybe? Yeah. This is another one of my outfits that I have. We're going to go with this one. It's more detailed. And then we're going to go choose some socks. Got different socks, but let's go with our custom socks. I think this one works. Yep, there we go. See, it's got all the way up. Covers everything. Yeah, so, and then we can choose a whole bunch of shoes or custom shoes. And I think it's this one. No, is it this one? No. Is it this one? No. It might be this one. Is it? No. Oh, there we go. There's the shoe I was looking for. Yeah. Wait. Oh, those are the wrong ones. Okay, so I don't think I actually have the preset for this downloaded. So we're just going to choose a basic shoe. Yeah, that'll do. That'll be good enough. There we go. All right, so we've got our model down to the shoes. So we can add accessories. There are preset accessories, so glasses. We can do some rabbit ears. We can change the rabbit ears to match our blonde hair. There we go. We're a bunny clown girl. And you can do tails. Rabbit tail. You're not going to see it very well because of the hair, but there it is. I don't recommend, for the sake of computer memory and processing speeds, using a tail. I have never successfully shown the backside of any of my characters. There is no reason. Like, see, I could turn completely around and you still don't really see all that much. It just bounces back. So there's no reason to really have a tail. They're not very animated. They don't show up on screen in most cases, so don't waste your character's memory on something like that. Ears, though. Ears are fun. I love my ears. All my characters have ears. I'm a cat. So, you can also add other accessories. This is another thing where you can have custom accessories, but in most cases, the people who do the custom accessories are going to have it under outfits. Like different neck accessories. Here are my custom neck accessories. Or it'll already be part of the outfit. So, there we go. We've got our bunny clown girl. I actually kind of like her. She might be joining the rest. I might change the ears out for cat ears, but before we go on to the next part, we're going to go look at getting some custom options. Alright, so this is Booth, and the way you can get to Booth is go back to Vroid. Down here on the bottom. See right here? Right here. It says click check on Booth for more items. You're going to click that button. And it's going to take you to this website called Booth. And it's Japanese. Majority of it's in English, but pricing is in yen. And I have actually bought stuff now from them. Purchases. So it is a pretty legitimate website. Like, I bought this. This is one of my ones that I bought. I spent 300 yen on it, which was really good. But this is the person. You have red. So, like, pricing is really, really good. So you'll see. But you'll also see, like, there's stuff for free. So let's say we wanted a different, I don't know, clown outfit for our characters. So we're going to select Vroid, because that's the program that we're using. This is going to be all the Vroid stuff. And right off the bat, you can see free. Then you got people like this, who put that. They don't actually want you buying their stuff. Is what I've come to find out. That, or they ridiculously want you to make money. But you can search, so let's do clown. And tag Vroid, because that's the program we're using. Subcategory Vroid, 3D models, all. And then let's just set our price to 0 and see what happens. So see, that most of that preset I was using is from this set, got for free. This set dress we just saw, got for free. But there is a lot of really cute stuff you can get for free. Like, not gonna lie, I kind of... Clown core model? Not gonna lie, I kind of like this. This is a raw file. So, this is the one thing I want to show you guys. So, we're gonna go to this one. When you're looking for Vroid, to make your life easy, you're going to want to find files that say Vroid_VRM. That is the important thing you want to look for. If it does not say that, Vroid may have trouble uploading it. Oh yeah, here's more of the sets that I own. So like this one I tried to download because it was really cute. But it is a RAR file. And if you actually open some of these files, they will be either the old-fashioned Vroid that has not been updated in years, so that's something that you have to watch out for because this program has been out for a couple of years. And they did a massive update maybe like a year and a half ago, and did away with their old file system for the new VRM system. And, oh, this is so cute. Look at these flower crowns. Flower crowns. So yeah, this is a zip PDF. So let's just, for argument's sake, take a look at the zip. I'm going to look at it real quick and see if it's going to give me what I want. Okay. Yeah. So this, just downloading that file real quick. These are all PNGs. And you can load them into Vroid. It is a process. And it does oftentimes require that other software we looked at for conversion. Honestly, unless your heart is dead set on it, just look for the stuff that is already translated. Like this one, this is the most important part of the thing that you should be looking for. .vroid custom item. Anything that says .vroid custom item will load into your program. If it says the other one, that's the older system. It may load in, it may not. And if it's not one of those two, you are going to struggle to get it in. You can eventually get it to go in, but it may not look right, and it may not function all the time. That's why I have 2 models that are down right now, because I do have assets that are not Vroid custom item. And those 2 models fail the most often. But, oh look, they have a whole horror category. So yeah, let's see. But you can also filter, you can set the price to whatever you want. So let's see what happens if we select for actually paying for Clown Core. So here's that same clown model outfit with additional assets for 300 yen, which is, I think, like $3.80. Oh my god, that hair texture is so cute. This is really cute. We might be coming back for that. So yeah, just when you're looking at items, remember that you want it to say .vroid custom item or to say something about Vroid VRM, because those will be the easiest to load in. However, you can get the other stuff in. It's just going to be a process. Like this. This is another thing I like to watch out for. If it does not tell me what the file type is. Yeah, so this one walks you through how to get it. So this is going to be a VRM file. And you would open it up, and it will open up as a .vroid, and then you can import it as a custom item. So if you're planning to spend money to buy yourself a fancy outfit, check the description, which as you see may be in both English and other languages because this is not an English site. And make sure that you have confirmation that it will upload into Vroid Studio. You just have to be very careful. But it's doable. Honestly, you can build a whole model in like an hour, even customize a whole model in an hour. So yeah. So now that we've played with our models, we've played with finding custom items, and we have a really cute model, we're going to go look at, go back to that. We're going to look at uploading her to the website. So we're going to come over here. You can also take pictures. I think if you see me at Zenkaikon around at one of my other panels and or meetups and or one of the many things I'm doing, you'll probably see my business card, which I believe has a picture of my VTuber on it if I get those done in time. I don't know if I did or didn't. I don't remember. At the time of recording, they're in the process of being worked on, but you can take pictures of your model. And it moves very slowly. But yeah, we're now in the photo portion where you can make them change how they look, change the background, and all of that. So you can take, like, promotional photos to, like, use as your icon. Like, if you go to my YouTube channel, you'll see that I have a promotional photo of my model here, Starry, in a, I think she's in her blue idol outfit. But we're going to, so you can do this a couple of different ways. You can actually export your model for 3D printing. So if you become super mega famous and people are like, I want merch, and you happen to have a 3D printer, you can just export the file for 3D printing. That's a thing that you can do. I haven't done it yet. I have a 3D printer, and I've thought about doing it. No. But then we have these two. So export as VRM. So what that's going to mean is you're going to export the file to load into other software. That's not the software we're going to talk about today. This is the one that if you're trying to do this for free and do it the easiest way and do it the most efficient way, is to hit upload to Vroid Hub. This is a new character. We're going to select export format. I typically keep it as VRM 0.0. It's fine. So this is Zenkaikon. That's what we're naming her. Creator is me. I can't spell my own name apparently. I leave all this blank because it's not required. Who can assign personality to this? Only you. Do not let anyone else mess with your character. You took time to build this. Don't let anyone do it. If you're doing thingy things, don't collect these unless you really need to. And then commercial use. If you're planning to sell this character, then you would select this, but I don't. And then here's where you got to be very careful with. I always select redistribution prohibited. That means that if somebody steals my design, then I can go after them because distribution of this character was not prohibited. Other than that, you can select a Creative Commons license, and that gets into a whole bunch of legal stuff. If you're just doing this for fun, don't do that. Just save yourself the legal headache and don't let it be redistributed. It's not worth the headache, I promise. So then you can hit OK. And it's going to take us to this screen. So this is another screen that you can take photos in. But this is just mainly photos for uploading to the hub. So you're going to take a full body shot. And then you're going to zoom in and take a shot for the thumbnail. See, full body, portrait, and we're uploading her. And she's off to the Vroid hub, the cloud, the Vroid cloud. And she's processing. A lot of this is waiting. Okay, it's processed. Now uploading. Please wait. Once the upload is complete, you'll be redirected to the Vroid hub. And we're going to be redirected to that hub in a second, and then I'll switch over to that screen. Okay, so we are now on... Yes. So this is the Vroid Hub website. Can others use this model? No. This is important. This is what... Oh, hey, she's here. Look how fluidly she moves. Oh, I love that. She's doing little poses. This is where you get to see the fluidity of the character. Can others use this character? No. Edit conditions of use. Model browser settings. Setting to private. Model display method. 3D preview. So this is a 3D preview of our model, because she is a 3D model. And then model name. Zenkaikon. Standard, tags, Vroid Studio. If you're keeping this for yourself privately, you don't have to fill any of this out. Because, honestly, nobody's ever going to see this. It's for you. This right here, if you're planning to add distribution or give it to third-party use, you have to read this whole long document. But we don't want to do that because this is for our private use, and that's what we're going to do. So model is optimized 100%, and we are going to save the model. Model has been saved. So there we go. So she is now saved to my cloud, which I believe, we don't need you anymore. Yes, save. Save. Okay, well, you're being difficult, so I'm just going to close you down for a second. Ignore my desktop. We're going to go over to VC Face. Oh, did VC Face just crash? It did! We'd love that. Alright, so it's probably because I'm changing models. There we go. Here we go. So this is our new character that we just created. Why is it showing... Do I have 2 instances of this running? I do. That could be a problem. Alright, there we are. So now... Okay. Why is she so out of frame? There we go. Okay, well. That's really... Okay. Anyway, so this is our new model. Let's all say hi to Zenclown. She's kind of cute. I like the eyes. We're going to go over some things. But first, we're going to go find out how to find this. So, you're going to go to VC Face. It's this one right here. So you're going to upload this. This is the software you're going to use to make the model move. Like this. See? See me moving? Yeah. So, model's moving. You can go to the download most recent client here. You can also, I believe, if you go down, can download older. It's on here somewhere. I think it's at the bottom. Go to download. Oh no, I scrolled right past it. Update your Leap Motion software to uninstall. Let's start for you, mate. So yeah, this is all stuff that you can download if you want to make it better. And then we're going to go to... So you just click this button and you can download. But we're going to go to tutorials. Here you can see the official VC Face tutorials. And then there is a bunch of them. Model tutorials. How to use the software. How to get the most out of yours. User manual. Frequently asked questions. All the wonderful program stuff. There is a ton. Personally, I really like this one. This is the one that I read through. That gave me a lot of insight on how to use the software. But we're not going to read through that today because then you'll be bored. And I don't want you to be bored. So, I also think we'll run out of time if we do that. So, we're going back to playing with VC Face. Alright, so, here's VC Face. Let me see if I can move her over a bit. There we go. Yeah, so, here, if you can see, I don't know if you can see it while I'm live right now, but there is, I think I have her far enough off screen. Let me see if where is my VTuber? VTuber? Yeah. So if I move her over to the middle screen, you can see that little box is visible. To make that go away, you select this little button right here in the corner. Boom, it's gone. Transparent background. But I keep her just over here in this little corner, so she's fine. Can't really see it. So yeah, remember how I said the height would tell you how high the character sits? So this is a character that's 162 centimeters. And as you can see, my ears are kind of cut off. So if I wanted my character to be more in frame, I'd have to make her a bit shorter. But yeah, that's all on your personal preference. I personally don't mind the ears being cut off. I also stick with cat ears more often than not, and the cat ears aren't a problem. So 162, this is what a base 162 looks like, and the cat ears usually sit right about here. So bunny ears, take into account that bunny ears are tall, and you will have to adjust for that. But we're going to go over settings. So here are your leap motion sensing. So this tracks how much movement is tracked, all the face tracking and all that. Then we have the effect settings. You can add in different effects like lens distortion. I don't really mess with any of these. I don't have a reason to mess with any of these. Like you can add grain. Like there's no reason to mess with most of these. You can if you get bored. What is that on the light settings? Yeah, okay. So you can mess with the light settings. This just means how bright can you make it? Like, let's see if I want it red light. And then no light at all. Bright light. You can get a sunset vibe going on right now. So this is sun lighting. So you can also switch it to ambient lighting. You can change the intensity. And again, can change the color. So let's say we want a red. The ambient lighting doesn't work as well as sun lighting, so I typically stick with sun lighting. But again, this isn't really something I mess with all that often. I mean, basically just load up my character and I start live streaming. There's not really a reason for me to play with more. I'm pretty happy. Expression settings. So you can... This one I do sometimes play with. If you wear glasses, because I currently do have my glasses on, then sometimes depending on the type of glasses you have, how the lighting in your room is, how close you sit to your web camera, it may not pick up your blinking. Now, as you can kind of see, it is tracking my eye movement, and I do have pretty decent lighting. And my glasses do have a whole bunch of anti-glare stuff, so it doesn't typically have glare issues. So my web camera is pretty good at tracking my actual eye movement and my blinking, but I do keep eye blinking on when I have contacts in. However, if you don't have that, you can go to general settings and you can enable auto blink. Which I keep on when I am wearing my glasses. Auto blink is great because it is very realistic. Like, if we weren't talking about the blink setting right now, would you guys know that I'm not blinking? Like, she's blinking on her own. It's a pretty natural blink, and it'll give different blinks, like 1, 2. It'll rotate through them, so it's pretty natural. This is some more stuff that you can play with. Face tracking, disabling means no face movement and saves on CPU. So if you're having issues with your CPU not running the software well, you can turn this off. But what this means is it will essentially stop tracking your mouth movement. And it will make the model very hard to use. I don't recommend hitting that button unless you're experiencing some sort of extreme PC distress. So yeah. Like, you can set your mouth sensitivity, how much sensitivity the camera's picking up. And a lot of this is dependent on the type of webcam that you have. So you can be all types of extra, and you can spend for the good web camera. Or you can be like me and spend $20 on a Logitech from Amazon because I'm cheap. Realistically, I think to get my VTuber set up, no, I didn't spend any money. I already had the webcam for other projects that I had done with Twitch. I already had a stage grade microphone and a podcast microphone from my voice acting school and, again, Twitch stuff that I had done. And my PC I already had from the Twitch stuff that I had done. So I already had all the hardware. And the hardware is where you're going to need to spend money. You don't have to have a high-end PC to run these programs. We can take a look at the specs, but most of them will run on a basic PC pretty well. better end laptops will run this program somewhat okay. It won't let you run VRoid Studio and VC Face at the same time on a laptop. That tends to put a lot of stress unless it is a like professional gaming laptop. But like, what are they? Google Chromebooks, the HP Stream, which is the laptop I use for conventions for running panels. Not the best at running this program. I have gotten it to do it. It hated itself afterwards. Not the best. So, if you are planning to get into this at all, this VTubing, gaming, anything, spending the money on the PC is where you're going to want to spend the money. Whether it be a gaming laptop or an actual PC, you want to spend for something that's going to last you long term. It's going to have high memory, high RAM, and it's going to have a good graphics card. Because regardless of what you do with your VTuber program, you will still need a good graphics card and a good amount of RAM and memory to run other programs while also running this. So the PC is where you're going to want to spend the most amount of money. My first PC that I did this with was in the $300 to $400 range. The PC I have now was $1,600 on sale, I think. So regular price $2,000. But I've had this PC for like 3-4 years now, and it's my baby. But I do a lot more with it now. I run video editing software, audio editing software, voice recordings for voiceover auditions. So the better PC you get, the more you can do with it. And that is where you want to focus any money you're going to put into this. Should be spent on equipment, not on actual models. Because as we just shown, we made a pretty awesome model right now, and we didn't spend a dime. Like, most of this is base. The clown stuff is all base because I don't actually have that full set, so I got the free version of the clown makeup set. This dress is free. So while yeah, this is custom content on this model, it's all still free custom content. So we spent $0 on a model. So if you're going to do this, you should put the money towards the equipment. PC's number one. A good microphone. A good microphone is probably going to be something you want to invest in, because the better your microphone, the longer it's going to last you, and the better your sound quality will be. Webcam, just get a $20 one off Amazon. It doesn't need to be anything fancy. In fact, if you can get one that doesn't have a microphone included on it, that's even better, because so many programs feel the need to default to webcam microphones, and I don't understand why. But we're going to go look at a couple more things. So what are we going to go look at? We're going back to VC Face. That's where we're going. So we're going to look at where are the specs at? Because that's what we're going to discuss, is the actual specs. And I know they're on here somewhere. I know it's here. Performance. Is it under performance? I very rarely come to this website, so forgive me while I look for what I'm looking for. I feel like it should be right in here. Latest release notes. Okay, well, apparently they don't want to give me the specs right now. Specs are pretty low for this. It's a very basic program. But we are going to go back to Steam. Here we are. And this, I believe, should give me the specs that this needs to run with. Yeah. No? Is it because I already own it? Here it is. I knew it was somewhere. So, to run Vvoid Studio, you will need at least minimum 8 gigabytes RAM. Storage, 10 gigabytes of available space. The recommended is 16 gigabytes of RAM. This works mostly on, for you Mac users out there, same thing, 8 and 16. But, yeah. Windows 10, Windows 11, Mac is 11 or 2015 model or later. You can need at least an Intel Core i5. That's going to be the same for later. And then the recommended graphics card is an ADM Ryzen 5th 3rd gen or later. I actually have a Nvidia, which works just fine. But yeah, so this is the base specs that you will need to run this program. But we're going to, just for you guys to see how this runs, we're going to boot up a game. And we're going to boot up a pretty heavy game that I know has some high specs to it. So, let's see here. Phasmo. Warning. Possible spooky. We're not going to see anything. I'm just booting this up so that you guys can see, because this is a very spec heavy game. I actually had to upgrade my PC just to buy this game. I actually bought the game and then had to upgrade the PC just to play said game. But this is a very spec heavy game. And we're going to see how the model works while the game is running. So as you see, my model is still moving around. I'm still talking. It's still tracking. And I'm now in the game, which is also moving and working. So this is, as I said, a very spec-heavy game that does require high-end specs, and it's running just fine. And then we're going to go look at a low-end game, provided Phasma wants to close. So, what game do I have that's low spec? Stardew. Unless Stardew is not up to date. Stardew may not be up to date. I don't think Stardew is up to date. Alright, no, there it goes. It just took itself a minute. Oh, no. Go away. Go away. Okay. So here you see, Stardew's running relatively fine. Stardew never works on my PC, so that's more on Stardew than the model being running. But as you can see, it's running fine. You can do stuff. Mouse is moving. And the model is still functioning just fine. We're moving around. We're good there. So, two ends of the gaming spectrum. Model works on both. So, yeah. The PC is where you need to spend the most amount of money. And we are going to talk now about the bad side of models. Etsy. So we're going to go to Etsy now. And I'm going to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about with the do not spend hundreds of dollars on a model. Ignore the fizzy merch. It would help if I could spell, wouldn't it? Okay, so way back when, there's a Verosico. Yo, that's adorable. So here's the thing. People see these prices and they're like, oh, models aren't that bad anymore. I can pay $30. No, you can't. So when you go into this, it says $30. But then you actually go to like look at some of these people, and you go into their about, and so this one might actually be $30. Commission process. So this is typically where the price jumps. So they advertise one price, but a lot of people charge for way more. But models used to be like $600-700. I knew someone that decided it was a grand idea to spend $900 on a model after I told him not to. Yeah, see, $400 for a model. A lot of people that are making these custom models are using the VROI program to now make and resell them. Like some of these, I'm sure if you look closely, you can tell. Like this one, digital download, pre-made VTuber. Yeah, they're 38 cents. They're probably using VROI, and it's just been edited. So VTubers have come down in price, but there are still people that will rip you off, and there are obviously people that are charging what seem like really cheap amounts. When you actually get into the process of buying from them, they're like, okay, the base model will be $10. The rigging, the programming, and all of that is an extra like $200. So that's what you gotta watch out for, and that's what we don't want to do. With programs like VROI Studio and videos like this that talk about, hey, you don't need to pay these people ridiculous amounts of money, you can do it yourself. It has kind of crashed the market, and it's like so great that the market has come down, because I promise you it is not as difficult as people made it out to be. They tried. They really, really tried to make it out to be more difficult than it was. Reset. Oh, that's an important thing that we should probably talk about. See this button right here that I keep hitting every so often? If you do get a lower end web camera, which you should, because it's just a web camera, it will occasionally lose focus, because webcams do that sometimes. And if it loses focus, your model may fall off track. So if you can see, occasionally my model will just start drifting this way, or might get stuck. Just hit reset position, and it will refocus the camera, recenter the model, and everything's all good to go. See, we're moving again. No issues. We're turning our head. But yeah, so that basically covers making a model for free and all the programs for free. Let's go over some basic questions. What type of software should you run for streaming if you want to stream? So we're going to go into my Streamlabs. Why did I disappear? Oh, I closed out my model. Can I have my model back, please? Oh, maybe I'll get lucky and it'll do the thing it sometimes does, and I can show you guys how to fix that. Is it going to do the thing? Is it going to... Oh, it's not going to do the thing. Okay. Occasionally, VC-Face will lose connection to the camera. Just unplug the camera, log out of VC-Face, log back in while the camera's unplugged, log back out again, plug camera in, log in for a third time, and it will be fixed. That happens to me like once a week, and I think that's more to do with the fact I only spent $20 on a web camera, more than anything, but... So, what do I use with VC-Face and VROI Studio to do live streaming? I use Streamlabs Desktop, Streamlabs OBS. But basically, all you want to do, if you want to add a VTuber in, is you come here to... Where's my VTuber? So, it is Add Source, Game Capture, and then we're going to add a source. And then this is my existing source of VTuber. Add a new source. Test VT. I don't know. I'm going to delete this later. But mode. Capture capture a specific window, and then you set it to capture VC face, match title otherwise found, and then this is all you really need. Allow transparency, and that should be it. So close. So now we should have, where to go? So now we should be able to lock that, turn that off. Now we should be able to turn that off, and there we go. So now we have our model in Streamlabs. And that's all you gotta do to put the model in Streamlabs. I'm just trying to... She can go away now. Do you want to remove two items? No! Just want to remove this item. Remove. Okay. I guess that's fine. We'll turn my properly sized one back on. Alright, there we go. But yeah, that's all you really have to do to load it into Streamlabs. And then you can lock it into place so that it doesn't move around. So like right now, while it's unlocked, I can move her all over the screen, which is fine. I can also put her back in her little box and lock. If you want to, you can turn her off. Like, we can just turn her off. On nights that I'm really not feeling dealing with cameras and VTubing and all that, I will turn on my little PNG tuber, which is another form of VTubing that we're going to discuss here in a minute. Let me turn her on real quick. Is she on? There we go. So yeah, this is the original version of Starlight before I switched to said VTuber model. And you see they are two very different, very similar but very different models. And I will eventually get around to having this one made over into a full model, but I haven't gotten around to it yet because I'm lazy. But, so this is the other form of VTubing you can do. If you do not have the specs to do the full VTuber thing, you can be a PNG tuber. And all this is a little image that you can set to, technically you could set it to do certain actions. So like, I only really kept the one image because I didn't feel like paying for extra art, and this was art that was bought for me by somebody, so I didn't want to be greedy and be like, hey, make two different versions, one talking, one not talking. So the reason she keeps going dark like that when I stop talking is because she's switching between her non-active animation and active animation. But if you want to, you can have a non-active animation, which would just be like the standing icon, and then you can have like a movement or a talking. But we're gonna go look at this program, Reactive, which I think is, you can go away for right now. Have to bring this back over here so I can multitask. So reactive dot. So this is the program that I will use for my PNG tuber. And all you need is a Discord for this program. Yeah, you should already be authorized because you're working. Okay, so yeah. So you can have your Discord avatar basically be your PNG tuber. Or you can have a custom one like I do. So then dim on own non-speaking image. So if matches speaking image, you include your own image, bonus effects, crossfade. I don't think crossfade really does all that much. But this is, I have cats that are getting into things. This is a really basic website for being a PNG tuber, if that's how you want to start. I started as a PNG tuber before I made the switch to full VTuber. I still use my PNG tuber, especially because I do have lung conditions. If my chronic lung condition is acting up too much and I'm just too exhausted to put in the effort for the movement and wanting to deal with the, being animated and moving around, I'll switch to this model. And this is the program that I use. It's just a basic image that is uploaded to this website. And when I stop talking, she goes dark. When I talk, she's lit up. It's free. Let me start out by saying that this is another free program, but you can get premium stuff. And I think we're going to go, no, that's not what I want to do. Reactive premium, click here. Is it not gonna model? So I think this is the only reactive premium. So yeah, reactive premium, is roughly $42 a year. It increases the number of models you can have from 8 to 32. If you have a lot of models, that might work, but I mean, I've never had more than 3 PNGs at a time, so not necessary. Increases the max resolution from 1,000 to 10,000. I'm on the base premium right now, and you can see the resolution's fine. Model quick swap API and all that. So those are some premium features. You don't have to pay for them. They're not worth it. You can if you really, really want to. If you want to be extra, you can. You don't have to be extra though. I promise. But yeah, so this is if you're going to just be starting out and you don't know that you want to get into the like heavy stuff and you just want to try this as a hobby, start out with a PNG. Like find a basic image, draw your own basic image, have a friend give you a basic image. Go on to like DeviantArt and purchase an image. Go on to Etsy and purchase like a base little cartoon image, if you really want to. Because I mean, I paid like $20 for this PNG, and I didn't even pay for it. My friend, when they found out I wanted to buy it, bought it for me. I could have paid $40 to get 2 images of this character, and I'm like, no, I don't want that. I actually think I do have, I have extra images that are not the chibi version of this character. But I have access to them. I just don't use them. And just try this out. Here's something that you need to understand. If you've learned nothing else here today, you should learn that this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It is not going to be instantly make you popular, instantly make you rich. You're not going to be rolling in dough unless you're just like god tier at gaming or whatever it is you're doing. I mean, there's always that like minute chance you could blow up overnight. And that would be great. I wish you the best and I wish all that for you. But for the rest of us that don't have that happen, I have been doing Twitch and YouTube since like 2018, and it was probably only in the last, I want to say 3 years that I made affiliate in, I think, 2019, and then I started regularly getting subscriptions, I think, after the years we don't talk about because people were stuck at home and had to watch things. So I got a lot of subscriptions then, so that started to grow, and I think I'm in like the 250s to 300s now, between Twitch and YouTube. So still not making a lot of money. And if you do want this as a full-time job, it is a almost daily commitment to make content. Because if you're not making content, people aren't seeing it. You're not getting new followers, new subs. So yeah, it's a grind. It is a exhausting grind. But if you're doing this for fun and you're not doing this for money, that's all the more better, because then you can just do what you want and have fun with it. But if you think that, oh, I'm going to drop $2,000 and I'll make that $2,000 back in a year, I promise you're not. I know someone that basically did that, and as far as I know, because we no longer really talk, but they still haven't made their money back. And I know somebody else who I do still talk to. They just started out, and same thing. They were like, oh, it's gonna be, great. They, in the last, I think, 6 months, have struggled to get 20 followers. This is an oversaturated market. It is a lot of grinding. It is a lot of playing what people want to see, following algorithms, following trends. It's not really about what you want. It's about what your followers want. And it is exhausting. But it can be fun if this is what you really, 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 really want to do. So, that being said, do not go spending money where you don't have to. If you're going to spend money, spend it on a PC that is going to bring you joy and entertainment, because when all else fails, you will still have a PC to just enjoy video games on, or podcasting with your friends, or whatever it is you want to do. Yeah. I still have to fill 30 minutes of content time. Why is this panel 90 minutes? I talk really fast. Yeah, what else can I teach you guys? Or, this can just be frozen. Switch. Oh, I'm out of frame again. Let's go fix that. Reset. There we go. I'm back in frame. All right. I'm trying to think of what else I can show you guys. Cause this is pretty basic. I've also done this a dozen times. Trying to think of what will be interesting. We can get into some detailing, I guess. We can go into some greater detail. So let's focus on the expressions. Oh, that's a creepy close-up. Yeah, that's creepy. So, okay, she just looks evil. But when you want to edit an expression, which you can do, you can. So this is, currently the eyebrows are happy eyebrows with a preset of smiling, but you can increase them so that they have a weird, smiling happy with surprise, just all the way up there. And that's the femme look. I mean, you can do smiling for masculine with happy, and then, yeah. So you can do smiling, and you can actually change the eye. So happy expression, if you want to induce an expression, you can close one eye, close the other eye. You can close both eyes. Can have your eyes go wide. Surprise eyes, look. Surprise. Mouth. You can adjust how much of an actual smile you get. So right now we got that little smile going. And we can add in some surprise. Or we can add in some happy. You can also work on the vowels. So this is A, I, or maybe that's E, I don't know. U, E, O. Mouth inside. You can have a cat-shaped mouth. Give your little Cheshire smile going on. You can have vampire teeth. So see, there you go, vampire skin, vampire tooth just straight up coming out. So let's add vampire teeth in, and then let's do femme. So you see, you can have the skin give a vampire look to it. That's why it says skin. But I believe if we go down to actual teeth, we can just straight up have vampire teeth. So there we go. Add in our vampire teeth. And then let's go set her mouth to neutral. Oh. Yeah, see. I'm trying to get it where... So see, you can see the vampire teeth in there. Boo, boo, boo. Take the teeth away. You can just do lower teeth, upper teeth. You can actually do both lower and upper. Can't really see. The problem is you can't really see the bottom teeth all that well, ever. So there's not really a reason to do that. You can do shark teeth. There you go. That's not creepy or anything. You can just do upper shark teeth. You can do lower shark teeth. Again, not really able to be seen. And then this is just like a straight up like hamster fang. I don't know why you'd want a hamster fang, but you could totally. Now with the hamster fang, you can just kind of see it sticking up. But yeah, there you go. Just random like hamster fang. You can shrink your teeth so you have no teeth at all. So that's more that you can do. And then let's see. Let's go to neutral expression. Oh, so neutral. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Give me 1 second. All right. Yeah, so this is, I really don't got much more to comment on. I am walking around Zen all weekend long. If you have questions, you can always comment on this video because I'm going to come find the Zen YouTube channel and probably look at it. Or if you want, you can follow me at Starlight Cat Gaming on YouTube, or Starlight Cat Gaming on Twitch. Or if you want to find my cosplay content, that is on TikTok, Instagram, and TikTok and Instagram as Starlight Cat Cosplay. But thank you guys so much for joining me here on this lovely weekend. I hope you're all having a great con. And yeah, hopefully you learned some good stuff. Bye-bye, everyone.